Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, Spence, let's trip out.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see? All right.
All right, now we're here with a living hell.
Hey.
It's been a while.
Like 3 different screens. The way this is cycling now is great because I can never tell who's about to come up.
I know, right?
I got one that just says Michael O'Rourke. Yeah, and I think that's pretty cool.
We got all three somehow.
You signed in 2 accounts? That's our ghost. He's with the band.
He's a lighting guy.
Yup. He's illuminating.
Maybe we can get yours drunk enough that he starts talking to that Michael O'Rourke screen.
So what have you guys been up to lately? I know you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of shows coming up this year.
Yeah.
Probably the most we've ever played in 1 year.
I think right now we have a show every month except for
November?
September, November, and December.
Oh.
But that might be filled soon.
Yeah, I'll probably fill them up.
Mhm.
We played Point Fest since the last time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
talked to
Yeah.
you guys. Recorded some songs.
Yeah, just released a song last Friday.
Yep. Yep. We played. Yeah, we released a song last Friday, and it's like you're different from what you guys are used to, or Craig
Yeah.
at least. I don't know if Jason's heard it yet, but or
Yeah.
any of our stuff.
Been
but-
going back through. Actually, it was when Craig told me that you guys were coming on and sent the link. I started going down the basically, I guess, the YouTube rabbit hole, which I mean, I was actually that was one of my questions. Main musical influence. I mean, obviously, all 4 of you are going to have different influences, but I'm sure they have quite a lot in common. But there's a lot of speed in a lot of what y'all play, and that it's like it's a. I would
Because
call
that's
it
not a lot of coke,
too
Jason.
melodic to be thrash.
Do a lot of coke.
Not metal, but it is
Yeah,
definitely
it's
metal.
like-
man.
It's like the skate punk of the '90s, I guess. It's kind of the
Yeah.
influence.
I think we all have a touch of ADHD,
Mm-hmm.
and that comes out in the music.
That's pretty accurate.
It's actually probably a fair way to put that.
We all have like a certain demographic we're shooting for. Not all of our songs are really fast, but the ones that we decide are going to be fast, we make them real fast.
Yep.
And that's just something that I think we can do. So why not, man? I mean, me especially as a drummer, I'm like, okay, well, if we're gonna do it fast, I'm gonna play it as fast as I fucking can play it. So it's just fun. I don't know.
100% get that. I really do. Like that's every band I've ever had anything to do with. We were like that close to thrash.
Yeah.
It's very like it was like the Gangrene liner notes. Like, what's your goal? Fastest band ever. Let's go.
Let's go.
We definitely do it more for ourselves though, because I've noticed like looking out into the crowd when we play shows, songs that are more rhythmic and slower are the ones that really get crowd engagement. But when we play fast ones, you get more like, shit, I don't know what to do to this.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
But
it's like
Fucking circle
But,
pit,
you
let's
know.
go.
That is literally what you can do to it. Run in circles. Maybe you're in the type of place where contact's cool. Otherwise, no contact, that's fine. Then punch the floor on your own.
St. Louis doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, they'll let you murder each other. They don't care.
No, but like you were saying earlier, it's more melodic than thrash. So I guess people are listening to the melody and they're hearing fast drums. Like, I don't know what to think.
There was like
So-
that was one of the things that stood out to me. And that, I mean, the production, it sounds great. It really does. Like everything comes through very well. It's balanced, which is also
Yeah.
something that I would say it's become easier in recent years for people to achieve, but that still requires an ear.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
have to listen for it to make that happen.
Yep.
Are you able to pull off the same thing at a live show?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that other people are running your sound, get that, disregard that part of it, you guys.
As far as us being able to hear ourselves live, that sucks. But apparently the crowd hears it.
I think we do a fair job. I mean, we practice our butts off, and I now use a trigger system so the kick drum sounds like the recordings. Our buddy Gabe Ussery is the one who records most of this stuff, and he's an amazing musician himself, and he has a really good ear for this type of music. So that's why we continue to use him, because he knows how to get that sound the best for us. So props to him. But yeah, so I started using like a kick trigger that's from the recording,
Right.
kind of enhance that. We just started doing that, so
It beefs it up.
Have all of you noticed the difference with it?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
definitely.
That's something I've always wondered because I mean, like as mentioned, I'm a drummer as well. Never used like we played the shittiest places you could ever imagine. We had the shittiest recordings too. We were proud of it. It's part of what we did. But the thing is,
Hell
like
yeah,
actually
dude.
particularly playing off of a trigger, I'd always, to me, it depended on the music scene you were in. You get some people like, oh no, that's not cool, and then the other people really know that you have to. You fucking have to. It's like,
Yeah.
literally, it's everything becomes solid. Every note becomes what it's fucking supposed to be. There's no confusion in the monitors, and suddenly you have a solid beat to play to,
Mhm.
right? I mean, it is effective for everybody.
Yep.
I can tell you as a fellow drummer, so I don't use double bass, and when you're not using double bass, it's really hard to distinguish fast kick drum hits when you're not.
Oh
using
yeah, you get the little feather kicks on the end.
random booms. But using a trigger, it just really signifies, I have it really sensitive, so it picks up every hit we do, and it makes it sound tighter live. It makes it sound more like a recording, that we would have. So to me, it's worth it,
That's cool. It's very
Yeah.
fucking cool. When
We're
recording,
going for the most chaotic, great sounding mess you ever hear. It's like great chaos.
It sounds great unless we've had one too many to drink before we've done it, and then it gets real fucking weird. So that seems to happen a little bit every now and then.
speaking of which, when playing, you guys are obviously. I mean, you said you just got done playing a actual festival. I guess is that what you were saying?
Oh, that was last summer we played that. That was we were just saying that's what we've done since the last time we've talked to Craig and them.
September.
Yeah,
It was in
yeah.
September.
Was it? I mean, what is it like? What was it like? How many?
It was a
bands?
radio festival for our radio station here.
Okay, that's cool.
105.7 The
Was it like a
Point
1 day
Radio.
thing, 2 day thing, anything like that?
Do what?
Was it like a 1 day, 2 day, multiple?
Oh, it was a
thing?
1 day thing. Yeah, they
That's
had
so
like
cool.
30 something bands play.
It was
Oh,
like
wow.
Papa
One day
Roach
thing.
headlined it.
Yeah, Papa Roach headlined it.
One day thing, but it was a battle of the bands here. Like we had to go through 3 different shows and win those in order to get into it. But then that separates the whole music scene crowd when you have those battle of the band shows like that.
Yeah.
And
You guys
then-
actually like you literally had to play your way onto it though. Like so that was
Yeah.
that's a relative. That's a like I don't like I'm sure anybody that came across this show on YouTube probably gets it, but there might be a couple of people that don't. That's actually an accomplishment. That is an accomplishment making that happen, especially if you had every other local band to contend with to make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can understand why. Like I said, I've only been listening for a couple of days, but it's you guys call it controlled chaos. I mean, I would consider it like melodic speed, but that's me.
There you go.
I like it, Jason.
I don't know. It's enjoyable too. It is enjoyable music.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, it's like one person saying that I'm never going to go see you. You're in St. Louis. I'm in Georgia.
Get your ass up here, bro.
I might order some merch.
You're only like 14 hours away. It's not a big drive.
You're right. That's like no time at all. Fuck, I could wake up tomorrow morning and with several rest breaks and getting lost on the way, getting confused about what I've done, and then eventually going home and giving up. Like fucking next year.
The traffic alone, you'll give up.
Yeah. You leave now, you might make it to our show next weekend.
Actually, that's probably what it would take. The amount of planning that goes in, like every fucking year that I've gotten older, the shit that I used to do on a regular basis, they're fucking gone now. And that shit just doesn't happen without like a lot of effort. Like we have Subhumans are coming into Atlanta on the fucking 7th, and I'm so stoked about it, but I had to plan for it a month ago. And it's June 7th, by the way, June 7th. I need to be clear about that. So like last month is when I started planning for June 7th.
Holy shit.
I have a kid. She's little. She depends on me. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Figured about taking her with me though, because I figured that. I mean, it would amuse me at least. Probably not her.
We have some little kids in the band. One on the way.
Yeah.
My
One
kid
on the
gets
way.
My kid gets on the coffee table and sings our songs, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome. I had a friend of mine. He was a bassist and he also did mixing and recorded a shitload of albums for a bunch of local bands. Had a theory that if you could get a toddler into something that you recorded or music, if a toddler was into it, everybody would be into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like if you could see a toddler doing their weird little butt dance where they like
Yeah.
toddler doing that to the music, that means they've hit something primal that will affect anybody that hears it.
Yeah.
Do that one more time, Jason. I didn't quite see it.
Yeah, no, seriously, I will do it again because I practice it. I do it with my kid.
Here you go.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like that Nirvana video Sliver whenever he had his kid in there. Remember that?
Yeah.
what were his
knows
words
what
that-
you're talking about, Jason.
You never seen that Nirvana video Sliver?
No.
Wow, you guys.
I was thinking about a song called Donut Head. Little kids might like it, but adults might not.
Sounds interesting to me. I don't know.
What about donuts?
Exactly.
Shit, now it's in my mind.
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna end this meeting so we go get some donuts, guys. It's been good talking to you.
Yeah, I do think in like the last interview when we were all at our separate stations, like I had like snacks and drink. Like I was just
You had like space behind you and stuff like outer space. So I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
like background.
I'll take it.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I was popping my neck. I actually had another question. I'm out eventually.
well,
Like,
thanks
you
a
just-
lot.
So yeah, that's my question now. So I mean what? Go.
What?
That's what you get. Next time, be patient.
like, so you're all older. I mean, you guys all go to chiropractors like me, or I mean,
Yeah, no.
Actually, I was going to ask. Craig had mentioned you guys normally go off the like you record singles a lot. Like you don't really do you don't sit down and go for like a full album necessarily.
that's really done.
Them days are dead, man.
Well, no, because you can release more that way, right? Like you go into
Yeah.
like you can create constant content, which
Yeah.
is a fucking brilliant way to go.
Yeah.
If you put out a whole album, just in my opinion, they'll listen to it in the 45 minutes that it is long, and then be done with all 12 of those tracks. You give them one track to listen to every couple months, and they're kind of stuck listening to that one.
Yeah.
That is actually that's a unique way to look at it. Honestly, like we've had a couple of other people on that are going the same route. I've never actually heard it put that way, but that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
Too many options now just to flip through stuff, and you're just done with it. You listen to it once, it's gone.
I'm still a fan of the album.
I think the end game is to get 10 songs together once they're all released as singles, and then compile them onto a LP or something like.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, the
I
end
see a
goal,
lot of bands doing that. Yeah, they'll release a bunch of singles and then put an album together or an LP or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
so
Maybe
They'll get it like
off.
We Are Horror Records. They'll take old singles and remaster them and then put them back out and everything. So
We
They do
just,
that.
we just did a Aqualine Trio cover for them.
Oh, yeah?
Buddies.
Yeah, they asked us to be a part of the Aqualine Trio compilation, so we did a song for them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome, actually. They're a pretty decent partner to play around with so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, they are.
Honestly, turned us on, all of us, onto a bunch of new bands too. Which
Yeah.
this has been for like I honestly, I guess you guys probably would have popped up in my algorithm eventually. Like it would have happened. I have no doubt in my mind. It was nice to actually hear about you because of Craig and James and everybody telling me to go check it out.
Yeah.
Which I have also I have done my part down here. So there's like 2 other people that have also heard you. Well,
Graham likes us.
One's a
no, I only
toddler.
have 2 friends. I've only got the 2.
Well, that's cool.
Are you close to Atlanta?
I
James?
I am close to Atlanta.
Is-
That is actually any show that I play, it's going to end up down, or show that I go to, it'll end up being there.
I remember some crazy ass taco place being down. Okay, yeah, I should just drop this because it's gonna go nowhere. I can't-
No, it's good
Super
content.
excited.
Standing in line, you grab beers while you're standing in line from these coolers,
Right.
and you're drinking. And by the time you get up to the place to pay, you're usually drunk already, and then you gotta like throw all your beer bottles up there on the counter to pay for them. Does this sound familiar at all? It was right by a strip club.
It actually
If
sounds
that helps you
like
at
the
all.
shit that
It
used to
wasn't
go on
whatever-
outside of Mardi Gras or Masters.
What's that?
2 strip clubs, Mardi Gras and Masters. It sounds like one of that would have happened in either of those, or the Pink Pony.
The Pink Pony.
Pony.
Okay, yes, I remember the name because I was like, "What the fuck, Pink Pony?"
Talk about a horrible. I got, it says, as long as we're going to sidetrack. Has anybody here ever seen a stripper with a tail? I have.
Okay, wait, a real tail, explain.
An actual vestigial tail, yes. Like 100% a tail.
Like Shallow Hal's tail.
Like literally, yes, exactly. Okay, no joke. So this, first off, and for me, going to a strip club, it's not my thing. The only time I've ever gone is when my wife has made me because she thought it would be funny. I just get uncomfortable because there's too many naked things around me that might touch me, and I don't know where they came from. You know, that's me. That's just how I am.
I got a question first though. Did that tail wag like when you were throwing the dollars
Here's the
up?
thing: I'm not 100% sure that it did, because okay, so we get there, and it's like the one thing about the strip clubs in Atlanta is they get to go full nude, which they use on a regular basis. If you're on main stage, you go full nude because that's where you're going to make the majority of your money from the randos. This chick gets up there. First off, more power to her because she had a fucking tail. Like she knew she had a tail. It wasn't confusing. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I guess maybe part of the act. I don't know.
People pay
She
extra.
gets up there, dude. And she turned around and I was like, she's got a finger. That's not a finger. Got a tail. It was the craziest shit, and like she was making money. Like people were into it. I don't know if they unlocked some kind of weird fetish or something, but like people were digging it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So that was my side story. We can get back to whatever you want to after that, but
This weekend at the Pink Pony.
No, we're not.
yeah, that's actually what you get for mentioning the Pink Pony.
Okay, so good question for you. Where is that Mastodon video filmed at? Have you seen the
I
Mastodon
have not.
video?
Were they in a club?
What?
Were they in a club?
I
I'm
mean, I
not
don't
a
know.
big.
Legit
It's not that I'm
club or
not a
was
big
this-
Mastodon fan. I actually enjoy them when I hear them, but I've never really looked. I suffer from that shit where if it was a band that you knew of coming up locally, you don't really get that into it. Which I know
Yeah.
sounds fucking
Yeah.
horrible. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's
The
the thing that
match on
happens.
too?
Mastodon
I get it.
popping up like they fucking existed since like '97 on my
Yeah.
radar, and they were always
Yeah.
playing local shows. And I got to see them open up for a lot of bands that I wanted to go see, and they were really good. But I never really followed them past that, which is really makes me out to be a shitty person because they are very fucking talented. They're good at what they fucking do. So
Yeah,
really,
shame on you.
I'm not proud of
Let me
it.
tell you,
I know my
I've
shit.
never heard one song, so.
Have you not really?
It doesn't matter if Jason doesn't like it or hasn't heard of it. It sucks. It's the worst
Yeah,
band ever.
yeah.
I didn't say it sucked.
You didn't see Slipper, so
That's-
it's not-
It sucks. It just wasn't worth
I
hearing.
listened to Mastodon.
Oh, I didn't write that, so no, thank you.
I just never heard them. I know who they are. I just never listened to it.
Legendary.
They
Used to have like back in the LimeWire days, there used to be like this secret song. It was like the Linus and Lucy theme song, the Peanuts theme song. That was really
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Back in the computer age day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely computer aids, but it was also not paying for shit.
Yeah.
I remember.
And plus, you never
downloading-
knew when you were going to get surprise porn.
I remember
Which, by the way, was an honest, probably like a scary surprise in some cases.
Never mind.
What?
All right, so
It's nobody.
LimeWire, do you guys remember when it was called 360 Share?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, so 360 Share, when that was the first time I'd ever heard it, like I was not a big computer person until I went to school and I had to. Like 360 Share, I was like, oh, I can get free music. This is gonna be awesome. And I was super excited because Bleeding Through was about to fucking release a new album, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy that shit. I'm gonna listen to it now. I saw some shit that still to this day fucking it's in my memory. The second I think Bleeding Through, and I automatically think of this other thing that popped up.
Oh God.
It was fucking like somebody should be on a fucking watch list. It was bad.
See, like I downloaded Nirvana's cover of Enter Sandman, and it ended up being totally. It was a song about like suck my doggy's dick, look at Cheetah's ass.
What's wrong with that?
But strangely related to
But
what I
it's
saw.
hilarious. That was hilarious. He was like he thought he was a serious musician, but like all his songs were about like fucking people up or sucking their dog's dick.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, new metal. Oh,
I remember
that was a,
that
that was a
you guys
good
remember
deal.
Frostwire? It was almost like LimeWire.
Yeah.
I remember Frostwire.
Yeah.
That wasn't that like that popped up. They tried to do that after the LimeWire thing got shut down because of
Yeah.
Lars and which, by the
Yeah.
way, in retrospect, I remember at the time being pissed off, but in retrospect, I guess I get it.
Yeah.
It's because of the way things ended up going though. At the time, I was pissed off because I was like, dude, you guys don't even make money off your fucking album sales. Shut up. You make money off of fucking merch. You
Yeah.
know? But it was the future though. Like literally, you will
Yeah.
make money off of fucking plays on the internet. So they were not fucking wrong. In retrospect, they were 100% correct.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the like first guy who actually got sued, and then now everybody shares all this music and shit? Like,
I'd be so mad. I'd be so fucking mad. Dude. Every time I saw somebody with like a fucking iPod or some shit, I'd just be like, fuck you. Or I would just keep CDs and fucking wing them at people.
That's a formidable weapon right there.
Yep.
Worked in Hellraiser 3.
I was just thinking of that. I was just
Yeah?
like,
Yeah.
dum, dum, dum. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Sorry, back to the releasing in
I was
singles.
having a flashback. I was like,
Oh, now I'm curious on the flash.
About donuts?
Nom, what are we talking about here?
You're talking about donuts again.
What?
You
Don't do
said you had a
that.
flashback. I said about donuts.
I'm talking about flashback. Now I want to know what flashback.
oh, the flashback was about I was in the gymnasium and we had CDs for some reason and we were throwing them all the way across the gymnasium, you know, and they fly, they're fly great. Well, everybody's getting crazy with them. So everybody finally yelled, stop. But I had just thrown one. I went all the way across the gymnasium, and this guy was just standing there, hit him in the bridge of his nose, and sliced it completely.
Holy
open. It was like, yeah,
That's a bad
stitches. Yeah. I was like, I just had CDs. I was like, ooh.
I would have been kind of proud. Like you had to have been a little proud, like worried, but also proud. I mean, like,
Yeah. I'd be proud.
Well, it
You're
was
gonna
a-
get in trouble, but at the same time, you're a fucking legend.
Don't do anything, and then it's just like, shove a tampon on it. You gotta pee on it to stop the bleeding.
Who, when you guys write, do you do it as a group, or do you do it? Is it like somebody comes forth with an idea and it just builds?
Wrote
No,
everything in
Jason writes
1994.
everything. Yeah. Everything.
I write the basis of the song and then we bring it to the band.
drums, bass, lead.
Is it a situation where, like, if you come in, you have the idea for let's say you're a guitar, right? Guitar, bass. What do you?
I do guitar and vocals.
Okay, guitar and vocals. So, wait. So do you work lyrically first, or
Ooh, that's,
melody?
I don't know, man.
It's been
Sometimes
both ways.
yeah, it has been. Sometimes I write lyrics and then sometimes he writes some lyrics and he gives them to me and then I make the song out of it. Or he does vice versa. Like I'll write a song, he writes lyrics to it. Some, you know.
Mm.
But a lot of the times I write like the basis of the song on just rhythm and lyrics and then I send it to the band.
Well, a lot of your songs you write acoustically.
I was gonna
too.
say
Yeah.
our kind of
Yeah.
unwritten rule is if it sounds good acoustically, it's gonna sound good electrically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Probably very true. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's another
Yeah,
one of
it
those things I've never really thought about, but yeah, it's makes sense.
Even
Right.
even the super fast ones sound good on acoustic.
So the question is, so if you have the bass for the song, and I guess if you have the idea for the song, is it one of the situations where you come in and I guess if you've already sent the parts to everybody, so they have an idea of what's going on, when you get there, is it like you try to play and someone's like, I have an idea for this stop, and you go
Oh
forward?
yeah, we definitely change things.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it is a all like
Yeah,
everybody.
we cut like we like cut parts out. We make parts longer. We add things. Yeah, so
It's a group effort.
And then if we all kind of have different opinions, we'll like play each person's version of it in a row, and then all of us will literally go, okay, number 2 sounded the best.
yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
democratic and brilliant way to do things in which nobody has to get. I think it's great.
Yeah.
That's why we sound so crazy unique. It's everybody, like all of our craziness into one. That's why we sound weird.
There's you said earlier you described it as like 80s skate punk with melody.
Or like 90s skate punk, yeah.
90s skate punk. My apologies. it was 90s. I honestly don't even get that. Like 90s skate punk to me was all the East Bay shit. Which
Oh, you never listened to like the West Coast stuff?
no, that's what I'm talking about. Like for me, depending on where you grew up, like for Georgia, what it is.
Wow.
Singer songwriters geographically challenged.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's like you got no, I actually
I
get
thought you
that
said
because
East
it's
Coast.
about where you grew up. I mean, look at for what's an example? Hatebreed was considered hardcore, right?
Yeah.
Through the late '90s, early 2000s. When I
Yeah.
first heard them, they were just a fucking punk band. They were a punk band on a punk bill, fucking opening for somebody else on a tour, and that's what they were. So it became a whole different thing later. But like the idea of like '90s skate punk to me, honestly, like at the time at least, would have been fucking Rancid. Rancid would have been '90s skate punk.
Or No Effects.
And well, see, No Effects would have been, but only because fucking they were tagged along with Lagwagon.
Lag
Like,
Wagon
it was-
too. That's his favorite.
Yeah.
One of the good, hey, Hoss, one of the best fucking drummers that has ever played on a fucking punk album.
Yeah.
The dude,
Yeah, I don't know. We go back to like Trash and you got Derek Ford. That's probably one of my heroes on drum set. And then he died, and then they got a new drummer.
that's when I was introduced to him was off of Hoss because of the fucking fat music for fat people.
Yeah, I
compilation.
don't know if Derek Ford played on Hoss or not. I don't
think
know
he
if he
did.
made it past Trashed, to be honest. I know it was and then Trashed. I don't know if he made it to Hoss or not.
No, Dell was really good too. There was so Rifle was the name of the song. That was once again, it still goes back to Hoss.
Yeah.
That was the song that first made me notice. Well, that wasn't the song that first made me notice fucking punk rock drums, but it was the one that stood out most to me at the time, all because of that intro, which is not even that difficult of an intro, but it was intricate by
Just-
comparison to what you would hear a lot of times.
Tasty is what. Yeah, they've always had this kind of weird little. I don't know. Yeah, I've always loved Lagwagon.
Yeah, and they're
incredible.
they're super melodic but super fast too. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would think of as like Melancholy, all those bands. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
Melancholy,
no-
like No Use for a Name is my big influence. Yeah.
Days
Yeah.
for a Name, honestly, that was another one of those fucking albums. Like even people that were not into the shit, like I knew people that were 100% down with jock jams that own fucking Leche Con Carne.
Yeah, dude.
Like that was their fucking one album. That and fucking Let's Go from Rancid. That was
Yeah.
the two that they would have had. There was this whole moment in the '90s where there was a possibility of a fucking bridge connecting everything.
Yep.
And
yeah.
it died.
Do you remember a certain video back from the '90s called "Cinema Birte"?
Yeah,
Emma Verte, I do.
Dude,
I do.
that's where I was introduced to Lagwagon from that video. But Let's Go. Well, I don't know. I can't remember what song it was. Rancid was on there. They were like all up and comers at the time. They had Lagwagon and they played Island of Shame on there. It was like their video. And then Rancid played some video on there. I don't know. That's where I was like, holy shit, listen to this stuff. It's amazing. Like, you know,
Was Tilt on that?
Tilt?
shit.
Oh,
There was a video.
Tilt-
The only reason I found out about
I know,
Tilt was
I
because of
know,
a compilation, and they had a video for one song off of, I guess, whatever their debut album was. That's the only reason I knew it was because of that video.
Was
No,
was
no.
Tilt on Cinema Beer Goggles? Because that was a different
Could
one.
have been.
It was like a
Yeah, Cinema Verite had White Zombie doing whatever that, like something 55.
Thunder Kiss 65.
Thunder Kiss 65. It had No Effects on it. Lagwagon, Rancid. I don't know. I can't remember much more than that. It's been a long time, but I just remember being mind blown by the whole thing. Like, holy shit, this is amazing. That,
Yeah.
and I can tell you what, I know at least for me musically, when Victory Records released their first fucking Victory Records comp,
yeah.
like
Was that
Turmoil and Integrity and fucking Snapcase and
Yeah.
Snapcase? Oh my god, fucking Snapcase. Snapcase
Holy
was
shit.
a fucking game changer. At least for me, it was. If
Yeah.
like the whole like Zombie Prescription, that fucking song being what it was, because let's be fair, like there's melodic screaming and there's whatever the fuck that guy did. It was great. Fucking melodic. There was nothing melodic about it, but it was fucking perfect. Like that was all encompassing. Great. Well, honestly, you can't just go there. You'd have to also include fucking Shape of Pump to come. Help me out here. Shape of Pump. To come.
Refused.
Thank you.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
album before that was even better from Victory Records.
Was
not
that the
Shape-
gray? That was the gray cover, right? The one with it was black and white, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a really long title. I can't remember the name of it, but man, I still listen to that album today. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That was the Victory Records comp that I first remember showed up in a fucking Interpunk order that also came with a DVD from Atreyu fucking recording whatever their third album was. They rented out a gym to record it in. That's the only thing I remember is watching the DVD and being like, how the fuck are you gonna mic that? But they did. It sounded great. Oh, and that's also when I found out their drummer was their singer. I had no idea about that.
I didn't even know that either.
Atreyu, yeah. The melodic part, the melodic singing in Atreyu was their fucking drummer.
Yeah.
That was
That's also like
Bottom
a-
Ashes too, right?
Screamer out now.
It was it the same guy?
What?
Or
think-
was it from Autumn Ashes?
No.
was-
I think I
also a
think
drummer.
the drummer was the melodic singer in that band.
I'll be honest, that's like when I sort of went dark for a while on listening to anything new is whenever the band names started to become like 4 and 5 words at a shot. Like it wasn't, I know it
Yeah.
sounds weird, like that's a weird reason to be like, I can't do this anymore, but I would like literally Bleeding Through was to me a relatively new band up until 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like the Glass Casket, I was like, fuck yeah, great. And then there was Autumn's Ashes, and then there was like, I mean, there were so many bands that came out that had just these incredibly long titles. Fucking, how many Sets Fires were there?
Boy Sets Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Alexis on Fire or something like that. There was fucking, like, there were just so many of them, and they started to get confusing for me,
Yeah.
which probably says more about my age than it does about them playing.
No,
Because they were all good at what they fucking did.
it wasn't only the band name, there was the song titles too.
Yeah.
Song titles were like a sentence.
What's that? Later.
There was some.
Oh, the Larry, I forgot what it's called. What the hell is it called?
That's a long one too.
No, I don't remember. Oh, I'm made of wax, Larry. What are you made of? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's too many. Those names are way too goddamn long.
Well, that was. I mean, I blame Fall Out Boy for that.
Oh, for sure, dude.
They did have some funny fucking song titles, though. I mean, like that was the whole thing. I felt like they were a joke, just like what was it, Panic at the Disco, which is
They did the same thing. Yeah.
well, that was just Brandon Urie though, like wanting to be like, I can play everything and I sing well. Watch this, which is cool.
Have you
do
guys
your
heard
thing.
his metal stuff?
I have not, but I bet it's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Dude, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's better than Panic at the Disco for sure.
Some people are too fucking talented. Like they should disseminate some of the talent elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like they hoard it.
It's pretty much screaming the entire time, and it is awesome.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? It was Brandon Urie that it's not just screaming; it's somehow or another like Snapcase, screaming
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's got like the most incredible fucking singing voice ever. How's somebody become that talented?
I don't. I'd like to see what kind of friends he had in high school.
He probably got beat up.
Yeah, but not by his one really good friend who was very encouraging.
That's true.
Had to be at least one.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
There's sneaky stuff going on over here.
I actually don't want clarification for that. That's fucking great. I've already formed my own opinion on what that means.
I don't know.
All right, well, why don't we take a quick break after that? Clear the room.
Yeah,
You.
I'm down for a break because I have to pee so fucking bad.
All right.
We were on the trail of the Fruitosaurus. Look at the size of these tracks. The legendary dinosaur that lived on Sunkist Fun Foods. We're getting close. I can smell it. New Fun Fruits dinosaurs. Real fruit snacks from Sunkist. It's friendly. They're the biggest Fun Fruits you ever saw. New Sunkist Fun Fruits dinosaurs.
Done at last. Well, genius, how about some M&M's? Hi, kids. Wow. Where M&M's chocolate candies go, there's bound to be some fun, you know. It's a bright and colorful wonderland. All the world loves M&M's. Pure milk chocolate joy for everyone. M&M's chocolate candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. See you later.
I think he's talking to both of us, Jason.
This meeting is being recorded.
We're back.
You should do the voiceover.
Just in
This
case nobody
meeting is
noticed.
being
We're back with I Love Boobs.
We're back. We're back with a loving heck.
That's
our
a
alternate
loving
Christian
hope.
version.
That's our Christian version.
A living hand.
Living it.
Hope.
Oh my God, an album cover makes itself. It's gotta, would you go with doggos or kittens, though? You'd have to go with one or the other.
Would you say what are kittens?
Kittens or doggos? A living heck.
How about both, dude?
Rainbows.
Oh, just fucking
Rainbows.
hugging.
First and foremost.
See, I wanted to pull like the Blues Brothers thing off because we have the name of Living Hell, and maybe when you listen to our music, you won't think about the name too much. But like when you hear it at first, you're like, hey, that's metal, that's whatever. But so I want to go try to play some of these nicer venues. I don't know, maybe a church. Just lie to them and tell them it's a loving hope.
A loving hope. There we go.
A loving hope.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of our issue for some of the shows we get is everybody thinks we're metal because of our name.
Yeah. I guess I could see
Then
it.
they hear us, they're like, "You sound nothing like I thought."
Yeah, but the thing is,
We just played the show with Take the Reins last weekend, and after we played, I was talking to one of the guys, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I for sure thought this was gonna be like a metal sandwich, and you surprised us. It was not at all what we thought it was gonna be." I was like, "All right."
I like that though. I like it
Yeah.
because you can name yourselves whatever the hell you want. It's what you sound like is what's going to matter. So
Like Limp
Exactly.
Bizkit.
I was gonna say though,
I'd be
online.
like, fuck, I named my band Limp Bizkit.
what was that, Jason?
Oh, that was funny. If somebody ran across your band online, though, in order for it to, for me, anyways, if it was metal, it would have to be squiggled in such a way that makes it illegible.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean this logo?
Yeah, that not even just that. Dude, I saw a fucking seriously, a friend of mine worked at a tree service and he took a picture of a jumbled pile of fucking sticks. And this is like 12 years ago, give or take, but it was literally just like branches that we were about to put through a shredder. And he fucking posted online. He says, "My band's finally got a name." Literally, it looks like dead on. It looks like a fucking metal logo. It was.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I don't know. So how would you do that with a living hell?
Dude, we should ask somebody to make this a black metal logo.
That would be great.
No, it's hard.
Actually, it'd be funnier to do it with a loving hope.
You should do the black metal logo and then release a Christmas song.
Yeah, dude. Oh, we have a Christmas song.
Another
That's
Christmas
one thing
song.
that's probably the most metal thing about us is our lyrics. Everything else, no.
Yeah.
There are definitely, like even with the leads though, there's definitely metal influence. It's there. I mean, it 100% is there. It's just it's not all of it. There's actually a bunch of it. It's not just. All right. So when we were talking earlier about the 90s East Bay punk skate influence type stuff, the thing is a lot of that you could basically be like NoFX and Lagwagon and any of the bands that showed up on a Fat Records comp or an Epitaph comp. all basically influenced each other.
Yeah.
Like there was very much that, and it didn't mean they weren't different. They were good at what they did, but there was something that solidified that. You guys seem to have a bunch of different influences, though. It's not just the one thing.
No.
I mean, there is metal there. There's definitely punk there, but there's you guys have mentioned hardcore a couple of times, so I mean, there's a lot there.
Yeah, for sure, man. We all have different backgrounds, and that's all blended together throughout how our music is written.
I would say the basis is punk, and then we add other elements to it.
That works too.
Yeah,
Probably a good way
that's
to
pretty much
clarify.
what that's pretty much the basis of every song. It starts like that, and then we just add whatever our stuff is to it.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
I think like most of my bass writing, it's like
Ska.
it's ska or emo.
Yeah,
Like all just straight up walking lines through everything, or what?
that's what we do the entire time.
A lot of times, yeah.
We don't ride the root note.
It's more engaging.
As far as drumming, as far as drumming, I like a lot of the '90s punk rock stuff, the Fat Record stuff, but I also, really enjoy a lot of the like '90s and 2000s power violence, screamo, metalcore shit too. That's kind of part of my life. So like that's how I've adapted my drumming. That's just what it is. I don't know. His Hero's Gone. Encyclopedia of American Traders. I don't know. A lot of weird shit, but it all blends in together. I mean,
I didn't know you
punk
started
rock,
speaking
got rock and
Japanese.
metal. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there will know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. It doesn't matter.
No, it
That's
doesn't
what makes
matter.
us what we are.
Yeah,
So,
like I grew up on like punk rock and pop punk and emo, and he grew up on punk rock and screamo, and she's like ska, emo punk like me, and he grew up on metal mostly. So it all just blends really good.
Yeah.
Pretty much just try to take whatever Jason does and do it exactly the same, but just totally, absolutely different.
It's like when ska has an influence, at least as far as the bass lines go. Favorite ska band, most influential ska band to you? And when I say ska, I'm not referring to fucking British first wave Message to You Rudy bullshit. I'm talking about what I would call the '90s like punk ska shit.
For me, it's Less Than Jake and Real Big Fish.
It wasn't a question for you, asshole. It was a question for her.
Oh no, actually, it's a fair answer for anybody. You can tell a lot about somebody by the type of ska they enjoy.
But I say Ferris is my number one. Even still to this day, like I saw them back like 4 years ago, like the last year they did Warped Tour, and
Warped Tour
I was
still-
like in a fucking candy store. Like that's one of the best days of my life. So yeah, Save Ferris by and large, the best.
Streetlight
Now I
Manifesto.
want the other two.
Streetlight Manifesto. Come on, man.
Streetlight Manifesto. There's a
They
bit
used to be called something else, right? I can't remember the other name. Catch 22. That's it.
Yeah. Catch 22.
That's the same folks.
Yeah, they're the same people.
No
Yeah.
shit, I didn't know that.
Yep.
They're
They're
awesome.
awesome.
You guys remember Dance Hall Crashers?
Good.
What'd you say?
Dance Hall Crashers. Y'all remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were in Angus.
That was another one of those groups. Like seriously, I expected more. I think they might still be together, but I'm not sure. But like I expected them to. It was right around the time that fucking what's her name, Gwen Stefani. There, no doubt. Right around the time
No doubt.
Doubt hit big. I expected Dance Hall Crashers to kind of follow because generally at the time record labels would immediately go after anything else that sort of resembled it.
Yeah.
Which, two female leads in a ska band. So they would be like, "Fuck yeah, it's twice the Stefani." And they
Actually, there's a really good documentary on 90s ska on Tubi right now. And like it has them and it goes through the whole like cycle of how fast it came up and how fast it fizzled out. Crazy.
Oh yeah, there was like not even a full half decade.
Yeah.
It was like you got 4 years to fucking hit it, and then
Yeah.
otherwise we're done.
By 2000, it was gone, dude.
Yep.
But I mean, there's still bands that's doing it, like the Real Big Fishes, Less Than Jakes. Those guys are still going strong, but
Yeah.
That's Suicide Machine.
Well, like Real Big Fish managed to get, dude, they were fucking clever though. Just for the Sell Out song. I mean, for no other reason, like they hit at the height of the MTV fucking call-in VJ shit.
yeah,
And they were smart about that shit.
Yeah.
They fucking have cruise lines that they do now.
yeah.
Real Big Fish and 311 has a fucking cruise they do.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like in what world would any cruise line ever be like, you know what we need to do? Set up some type of musical cruise for fans and be like, let's call it Real Big.
Kevin Smith has a cruise now.
Fucking happened here.
Early Goldfinger was good too, man. Like they started ska.
I would argue Goldfinger still fucking rocks.
Oh, they still are, yeah.
Goldfinger,
Albums were phenomenal.
Goldfinger, dude, fucking had some incredible songs. I was actually gonna say also Suicide Machine.
Oh, that's what Matt was saying.
Dude, Suicide Machines, those guys had fucking balls. Like that was just straight up angry music with a horn section. It was
Yeah.
fucking
There's
great.
Problem Rips, man. Have you heard it? Oh, yeah, it's really good. Look it up. I don't know what it's called. I've just
Well, now I gotta
listened
look
to
it
it
up.
on Apple Music. It's really good.
To do things. Wait, is this a new thing? Hold on, one
Yeah,
more time.
put it out
I feel like I misheard you.
fairly recently. Yeah, they put out a new album.
They have it.
recently.
Suicide Machines has a new album. Really?
Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Now we're all gonna watch Jason listen to this whole new Suicide.
Fuck yes.
I'm doing important things right now. Hold on. We got Revolution
Already
Spring.
like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Hold on a second. And we have Destruction by Definition, which was like a fucking incredible album. I got Revolution Spring released in 2020. Is that what we're looking at?
I don't know. I thought there was something more recent than that even.
Oh, now I will look harder.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's got dementia.
Nope, that was it. 2020. You've fallen into the same trap.
Jason, that's what I said. 2020, they put out a new album.
No, that works. I remember you saying that, and it's actually I fucked this up. I'm sorry. I was looking it up because
Weren't you
because
listening?
I was definitely confused. No, that was your fault.
Jason.
I actually there's a Facebook group that Craig and I are a part of where I have to go on every couple of months and ask people to suggest new bands. And when I suggest new bands, like people still throw shit from fucking like 99. It's like, no, that's not the problem. It's not the problem that they do that. It's the problem that I look at it and go, yeah, that's new. And I fucking listen to it. Like that is new. I Get Dead, for example, is a fucking band that I
Oh,
love.
dude, that band's fucking sick, dude.
Oh, they're incredible, right? They're fucking like they have a new album too, I think, don't they?
Yeah, and he sings it. Him and Fat Mike's got a band called The Confidants together now too.
See, this is information to me, and it's something I need.
Yep. The Confidants. It's the singer of Get Dead and Fat Mike are in a band together now. It's called The Confidants, and they got like rappers and stuff on there, but it's pretty cool stuff.
What's it called?
The Confidants.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was to me the whole idea of like asking for new bands like Banner Pilot and stuff like that. People would occasionally suggest shit like that to me. These were all bands that I would not have come across on my own, and for some odd reason, the algorithm on fucking Pandora, YouTube, and anything else will not reach them. It'll only grab other 90s and 2000s,
Yep.
early 2000s era stuff. There's a lot of great new music that exists right now. There's a lot of really good stuff, and it doesn't get the same attention.
Nope.
Like there's like you guys are out playing fest. You guys are the one day fest thing. You're releasing singles on a regular basis, but it's still you can't count on an actual turnout at a show. You can hope.
No.
Unless it's a national act, there's like almost no hope, and even the national act isn't a fucking guarantee anymore.
Nope.
Right.
Nobody wants to fucking leave their house.
No.
Our moms and dads don't even come watch us anymore. They kind of got bored of it too.
You want to be standing at the side of the stage anymore.
I don't know if I should laugh or cry about
Jason's like, let's just end this fucking.
Like that was really sad. Guys.
that was Barry's
That
mom.
was it.
My mother doesn't care about what I do.
20 years ago.
I mean, she supports me. Like my parents support me, but they just don't. I mean, they're getting older now. They don't want to come out to that shit.
No, I don't. Well,
Yeah.
then again, I'm fucking older, and I barely want to leave my. That's the saddest part about it is I fucking get it. You know what I mean? I truly do at this point. Like we have the Deftones. We've talked to them on a bunch of occasions. They're actually getting to the point where they're going to start playing out. I mean, they pretty much formed during the pandemic, so they never really even met each other in person for a long while. They would just send parts of songs to each other, and they would record, and then somebody would mix it down and release it. they're getting to the point where they're going to start playing out. If they ever get down here, I'll go and see them because it's a big step now. It's a fucking huge step because you can't guarantee it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's weird to have lived through not even to me that long of a period of time and have things change so drastically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yep.
We played our first show in December of 2020, and it's crazy to see how many bands have come and gone since then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. There were shows every weekend growing up here, and it was all local bands, and it was the same cycle of bands, and I had a blast.
and that was
Not
the
like
same
that
count
anymore.
of people being there. Like, what else are you
Yeah.
going to do? That was what there was to do.
Yeah.
Go, you hang out with your
Weekend.
friends, listen to some music.
Yep.
And not only that, but if you happen to get there and there happened to be a fucking national touring band, somebody that you wanted to see, like truly, it was a big deal. You'd hang out with them after the show was done. Like you would meet them and you'd hang out, and it's like that's a moment in your memory. Like I'm sorry, Dick Lucas, Subhumans and fucking Citizen Fish. I've seen him in both bands, and both times he was so fucking awesome. Afterwards, just immediately into the crowd, listen to every other band that played, hang out. Just a fucking great guy.
I don't
Right?
know. Can you imagine though, like, when we were kids in the 90s and shit, can you imagine if we had shit like Modern Warfare and like, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto 5 and shit at our fingertips? Would
Yeah.
you still be going to the fucking shows?
I was just getting ready to say,
Dude.
you guys realize all these have one thing in common. That was before you could look up Pornhub.
Exactly. I mean, like, when shows were like plentiful, you know what I mean? Like now, like,
It was
Yeah, I
before
mean, I don't-
OnlyFans, guys.
Bob over Final Fantasy VII. When Final Fantasy VII came out on the PS1, I quit a job. I literally called and I was like, I'm not going to be. And I hung up when I was done saying that. And I went back to playing with my stand-up ashtray and my fucking literally Jolt Cola sitting next to me, fucking playing Final Fantasy VII. And I called the next day because I hadn't got to the part that I wanted to. And I was like, I'm not going to come in again. And so I understand that. I do actually get the thought process behind that. But it's
Yeah.
also at the same time, if you compare something like Final Fantasy VII to Modern Warfare, Final Fantasy VII to me was a more quality game. This is a
Oh,
weird.
no, I
She's
wholeheartedly
the
agree.
gamer.
Nah, dude,
I
she's the
just started
gamer.
playing Final Fantasy VII on PS1.
Because it's a beautiful story, right? Like the story itself pulls you in.
Yeah.
It's you care by the time you get to the end of it. You care
Oh,
whether or not
yeah.
you beat.
That's the first video game I've ever cried at, for sure.
Was it Aerith? Was it Aerith or Kate Smith? Because I got a little teary at both.
She did? That's
Yeah,
nasty.
it's real
That's
good.
nasty.
Oh, you're nasty.
I'm saying the whole idea that those were different, like because Modern Warfare has a version, like there is a story to it, but at the same time, most of it's about playing online, which is
Yeah.
about playing with your friends. Like I said, the
Yeah.
middle stepson, that's
Yeah.
what it's about. Like he plays with his friends, and I get that. I understand it. But I also don't understand playing the same map over and over again without a story that actually ends.
Yeah.
There is
The
nothing.
grind is pointless, man. If you don't have like a good narrative, like to sit there and crunch for hours, because like I love Diablo, right? I've been playing the Diablo.
It was a
4
good
beta.
game.
But
was a
like,
great
yeah,
fucking
the
game.
fucking story's great, but it's gonna hit that point where all you do is grind and it's pointless.
You know,
Yeah.
it's exhilarating fighting the fucking 5-year-olds online whenever they're playing.
Yeah.
Did you guys do the Mortal Kombat? Like when they started re-releasing the Mortal Kombats on PS3 and stuff like that. So you had Mortal Kombat, I guess, whatever, and then X. I guess there was the three versions. I played 2 of them, and then it got to Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
X, you had to be online to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Challenged one kid who I'm pretty sure was hanging out in Korea. He
Oh,
beat my ass in 10 seconds flat. Didn't even talk shit about it because I was that much of a disregardable thing. I never played again. I was like, I'm done. It's true. I went and got a fucking Super NES Classic, and that's what I do now.
There you go,
There
dude.
you go.
But it's like games have changed so much, and they have affected the way people fucking do things. It's like, why would you? You have an entire world at your fucking fingertips, and incidentally, a world where you have a keyboard designed to help you shoot.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. That's fun.
I can see it too because like you were saying about your stepson, like I'm super shy in person. If we're at a show, I typically try to stay away from everybody, but online I get on with my homies and it's like, oh dude, buddy, what the fuck's up?
Literally,
What the fuck
yeah,
is up?
exactly. You're
It's like,
standing outside talking shit with your friends. That is
Yeah.
what that is. a new.
I get online.
It's a new
and,
way to
like,
do
I try not to say anything because whenever I do it, they're like, "Hey, mom," they're like, "Some fat 37-year-old loser fucking playing video games."
I like to play like Rec Room on VR and go around and fucking troll little kids like, oh, I'm your grandpappy and shit. Like some of them fucking like they get into it. Trolling kids is great.
They don't got no filters and they can hurt you. Dude, them kids are evil, dude.
Dude, I had like a little kid that asked for help.
I'll
and I
fucking kill
didn't
you and
help
rape
him.
your corpse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The little kid speaking Spanish, like basically told me to go fuck myself. So you know, I get it.
And they're multilingual.
He's like pinche pendejo.
I'm just like, dude, I speak Spanish. And he's like, oh fuck. Like,
They're like, if I was that bad at my game, I'd go kill myself.
Oh no, I've heard that. Yeah, that one I've actually heard people throw out there. You should just go ahead and quit this game. You are terrible.
Yeah.
Grab a knife and slit your own throat.
I do.
but point being, I've always been a gamer, but I still found time to go out and play shows, see shows. I've been playing games since I was like 7 years old. Like, fucking, there's still time to go out and see shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I don't think the mass agrees with that though. I mean, obviously.
Well, not right now, they don't.
When we play shows and nobody.
Here's the
cares.
problem: is you make quality content, you make stuff that's creative, you spend time on it. They don't want that. They want booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. That's all
Exactly.
they want. Catchy, repetitive.
To be fair though,
creative
to be fair, who doesn't want that? That's a great song.
Local bands out here, like I think it's age related. They're all like in their 20s or coming fresh out of high school, and people will fucking show up because they're younger. But
Yeah.
you know, we're all graying
nobody wants to watch
and
these old
getting
fucking
larger.
dudes.
Nobody wants to watch them.
Well, there's-
fucking
We're all
things.
sweating and breathing hard.
There's a weird counter to that too, though. Like the idea, like the whole who would do it at this point because that's like, you grew up playing video games. What's really crazy is if you get those same kids to actually go to a show, it's a whole new fucking world for them. It
Yeah.
opens up something they do not know exists,
Exactly.
and you can't make them do it. It's got to be something they randomly are just like, I want to go. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
And but the thing is though, is what's weird too is there's no way to foster that anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's not. You could take your own kids. You can maybe get your kid to take a friend, but you can't. Like there is no.
You can't go talk to kids because then you're a sex offender.
No, that's 100% true. Especially if you show up offering people free tickets. Like who the fuck? That's like, why are you trying to get my kid to hang out at your show, buddy?
It's weird.
That's fucking weird.
Pull up with your van and open the door and be like, you guys want some free
Dude,
tickets?
you guys are creepy all the time. Free fucking ticket.
Speak for yourself.
No. People think we're creepy all the time because we go up to strangers and like, hey, we're playing a show. You want to come do it? Like, we meet people on the, like at shows and stuff. Like, hey, we're playing a show. You guys want to go play? You want to come watch us?
He talks
Yeah.
just like that, so we
That's
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it.
That's
Actually, if
why.
you're gonna do it, even better if you just pop up from behind
It's
and
just
tap
weird,
like
like,
you Instagram.
Daddy, he smelled like beer.
It's just that. No, I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about adults at shows that are already there, and you go try to talk to them about
Oh,
your
don't
head shows.
backtrack now, Jason. We all get it.
Uh-oh, pedal back. No, I'm not talking about children.
Strange man with a tattoo said he had natty lights in his van.
The only kid I even talk to is my own, and that's it.
So the worst thing, actually, find people your age, be like, you guys got kids?
Yeah, dude. How old are your kids? They better be 18 plus, all right?
You have children between the ages of 15 and 20. We want them at our venue.
For sure, dude. Like, those kids party. They fucking mosh pit around because they got the energy to do it.
I'll
Others
tell you
that
what, though,
too.
like
Yep.
whenever our song was on the point, like freaking, like my niece is 15, her face is buried in her fucking phone, constantly dead to the world. She lives on TikTok. But when we were on the radio, she was like, "Oh my god." And like immediately snapped it to all of the friends that she had. And she's like, "Whoa, this is my aunt's band. It's cool." Like, we need more of that. Yeah, but they're old. I don't want to talk about that shit right now.
Old is also different than it used to be, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old in general, like random fact. You guys, Cheers. You remember Cheers?
Yeah.
Okay, how old was Norm in the first season? Do you know?
Oh, he was like 33 or something.
27.
34. Norm was 34 in the first fucking season. That
King
dude
Cat
was
makes his
50 in
own,
my
so-
opinion.
Yeah, he was all gray, man.
And that dude, it was just a different time. Old means something new now.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
does. I mean, there's a like my dad. I mean, granted, there's some shit going on here. My dad was bald back about here by the time he was 30.
Holy
You know?
crap.
Yeah, no, he put some effort in, man. Like he's just like, I'm gonna go bald. I'm gonna do it right. He was fucking gray by 35, angry as shit by 36.
Yeah, my dad was gray about like he was going gray at like 32, and I'm 38 and I've still got some brown hair. We're good.
It's a fucked up thought. Like if you remember shit, I know I remember shit differently. Look at the fucking Golden Girls.
Yeah,
Blanche was like
Yeah.
fucking 50, dude.
She was
Yeah.
like 27 when that shit came out.
She might as well have been. Betty White was fucking 12.
Oh, God rest.
Oh god. Even the little old lady, she was the youngest one on the show.
Yeah, she was younger than fucking B. Arthur. She was like 10 years younger than B. Arthur playing her mom.
Yeah.
God, what was
Yeah.
her name? What the fuck was her
Let's get
name?
into that, Mike.
Oh, B. Arthur the whore.
No, that was Blanche.
That's who she was.
B. Arthur was not Blanche.
She wasn't?
No.
No, that was Blanche.
It was Blanche.
Blanche was the hooker.
Clanahan.
Was it?
Rue McClanahan was the name of was Blanche's actress. Yes, Rue McClanahan.
Okay, yeah.
You had
I'm
Betty White,
thinking
B.
of
Arthur, Rue
the grayest hair.
I cannot remember Sophia's fucking name to save my life.
Oh, I haven't seen Grandma's Boy.
When he's like, now I got an STD from the silent film era.
Oh yeah. Oh great.
He's like, you bang one of the Golden Girls?
She's like, you're like my 400th. He's like, God, I should have wore a condom.
Oh, Grandma's Boy. Jesus Christ, what a fucking great movie. That thing should have launched the fucking.
Who wants to hear about my hand job from the silent film era?
Dude, when you guys, Grandma's Boy, when you guys saw that movie originally, which part at this point in your life actually stands out to you? Holy. I got one in particular that makes me laugh my ass off whenever I think about it.
I like whenever he says, hey, can you do me a favor? And he's like, no, you can't jerk off my dad.
Mine was
I
due
have
to
a
this
few,
fucking
so I don't know. I like the one where he's like, "Ah, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, I gotta piss. He's like, out my ass.
Oh, shit. I guess I need to watch it.
It's either that or he's like, whatever you say, guy blow. He's like, it's Shiloh, stupid.
the part where the fucking the super genius guy is listening to his new industrial techno shit and
Yeah.
stops randomly and like, does it scare you? Like that fucking part. Honestly, like I still occasionally to this day will randomly pop up into my head, and with the chick being like, no music. I swear to God, did you guys in any band, this band or any bands you were ever in prior to this, did you ever have to play at a goth club?
A goth club?
No.
I wish I would.
Oh no, it's fun. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Have you ever seen the meme with the bats upside down? And they're like, it looks like they're goth dancing. It's fucking true. What's even funnier is if you drop a fucking boy band in the middle of it.
I don't think we have goth band or goth venues around here.
Ooh.
There is?
Oh, wait, no, they probably don't fucking exist anymore, would they? Now they just dance under fucking underpasses.
That's true.
You can go like, pops open
Once
front
again,
of
dude,
it,
sometimes times change the wrong way.
shooting out of the fucking chain and shit. Like,
Yeah, I think there is an actual goth club in St. Louis. I've been hearing about it. I don't know what it's called, but
Really?
It'll be something
called,
dark like the Asylum or the
FM?
Dark Asylum or the Dark Darkness or some shit.
Yeah. I'm actually a huge fan of goth music, but
Dude, I'm a big Peter Murphy guy. I enjoy Peter Murphy a hell of a lot. There's a
fuck yeah,
actually,
Bauhaus is the shit, bro.
dude, there's not even that. Like Bella Lugosi's dead. That song.
Yeah.
There is nobody on earth. Like if you hear that song and you say you don't like it, you're fucking lying
Yeah.
or you can't hear. It's a
It's
good
fucking
song.
like 9 minutes long, but it's awesome.
No, it's a fucking great song. Exactly.
It
Cut
is.
you up. Cut you up. Once again, that's fucking 6 minutes worth of a guy being like, my life is bad. And it's fucking great. It's a great song.
oh wait,
My favorite song is probably Stigmata Martyr, but yeah. I like how dark it is.
which would have you fit right in. Go find the
Did you
goth.
what?
Play it. Play the goth club. Find it and play it. Do it just for your own amusement. There will only be 12 people there, but man, they will be so into it because it's not sad.
Goth club.
They don't know they need it, but they need it. They really do.
That'd be awesome.
Goth club, St. Louis.
Shit, they're looking up goth clubs in St. Louis right now.
Dude, seriously, if y'all can book a show, just book a fucking opening gig or something. I'm telling you, the people that are there, I would imagine, I'm hoping, this is like 12 years out of date, my thoughts on this. But I truly believe most of them are just going to be like, this is something I didn't know I enjoyed. And they will fucking get into it.
Well, we have a song called The Possession that starts off with like a goth beat and a goth, goth
Yeah.
bass line, like Sisters of Mercy or something, you know?
Oh, perfect. Open the show with that shit and then fucking run.
Yeah, dude.
Mercy's coming to the pageant.
Oh, I know. I want to go. No, they're going to the. I thought they're going to the new venue.
I'm looking at the thing. It says the pageant, brother.
I thought it was supposed to be at that place in
The
Chester.
pageant.
Okay.
Pageant? Really? The pageant?
That's what our the big venue is called. One of them.
It looks like most of these underground bands play at the Crack Fox.
Well, Crack Fox, we played there. Did you not notice all the horror stuff on the wall?
That's a
Well,
fucking
I mean,
great
there's
name, too.
horror themes, but they also have Labyrinth up on the
Horror,
wall.
WHORE, not horror.
Horror.
No, I understood what I heard. It's a great name.
Oh, hey, Christian Death at the Red.
Oh yeah. Oh, we played with Christian Death too.
Oh,
Dude, those guys are old.
they're very old and they don't give a fuck at this point, would be my
They
assumption.
set up their equipment. They set up their equipment all over the fucking stage, and then was like, "Set your shit wherever you can."
We'll be outside hating everything that has become of our lives.
Like, you know, nobody's fucking heard of you, right?
Oh, Christian,
They have to.
I just feel like being mean, and just because you heard of them doesn't mean everyone else has.
They used to sell out venues back in the day.
Yeah, back in the 70s.
The 80s.
no, Christian Death was still rocking early up into the early 90s. After that, though, it kind of
Yeah.
Well, that dude killed himself.
well, yeah, all right, so
Boycott their racist song or whatever.
you guys, at this point, you've been playing long enough that y'all managed to play
They
with
just
it.
played that song like 2 weeks ago to one of their shows, or not 2 weeks ago, but like 2 weeks before they came to us. They played that song at the show. They're not blocking that song.
No, actually, people are boycotting it.
Man,
Yeah, no, it's almost, what time is it there, by the way, guys?
it is 9:51.
Oh, you're doing all right. Guys, have you already practiced? You guys have already played tonight or
We
what?
ran through our set one time already.
Out of curiosity, when you guys run through a set, sorry, it sparked another question. I apologize. That's all I could think about. When you guys run through a set, do y'all run through a standard set? Like you automatically have a setup for the way you want your songs to flow? Or is it, do y'all switch shit out?
So it depends on what show we're playing and how long we have.
Okay. So
So-
here's another way to put it. If you're practicing now, are you practicing for a specific set at a show? Or are you playing the songs to, okay. All right.
Yeah, we know the song's pretty good. We're just practicing for the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We have
you
them laid out in a specific way that it kind of starts off medium, then gets really fast, and then it's like we lay it out a certain way. We keep practicing that same set, but
Yeah.
if the show only allows 30 minutes, then we know what songs to put there. If they allow 45 minutes or an hour, we know what other songs we can add to the list. So we just
oh, so y'all go
I don't know,
there.
we changed it up.
Like, if you know you have more time, you can launch into other shit if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all.
I
Yeah.
personally
That's fucking great.
like try to set up a set list kind of like a movie. You know, you got the opening scene, and then it kind of goes to the lull, then the action builds back up, and then there's
Yeah.
the finishing. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta kinda-
yeah. 3 acts. You have 3 acts
Yeah.
for any decent story. So yeah, that makes sense. That's a great way to go. Which leads me to my next question. If you guys are you wanting to play again this evening, or are you guys done with practicing for the evening?
It's
almost quitting time here.
Depends on Mike's wife when she gets home from work. Yeah.
Can't do that work.
yeah. I think
Sometimes we have to work in the morning time, like Saturdays or whatever. So every once in a while, band practice ends at 10. Sometimes it goes till 11. Just depends on what we're doing.
Yeah.
Depends on whether or not you have the zone and whether or not nobody else minds.
Yeah.
That's fair.
we live out in the country. Not too many people care out here.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool too. Like the fact that you got like we had any band I've ever played with. Most of the time, we end up stuck practicing in an actual like a storage space. Basically, is what we end up in. I mean, you guys have all dealt with that before. It's absolutely fucking wonderful. You have a home, a place you can go to.
Until
fucking
winter time, then it sucks ass in a storage locker.
What are you
Oh, it's
saying?
terrible.
At home to
Oh,
play.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like $2,000 worth of my shit stolen out of a storage shed before.
Oh, shit.
Pulled up for practice and the locks were clipped.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
band
Oh, nice.
that we were playing at a fucking storage site that ended up like we had one of the longer storage sites and we soundproofed it and everything. The company that we were there with fucked up and thought that the storage site next door, they thought our storage site was their storage site. They hadn't paid theirs, so they sold our shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, worst case about that was also when we signed the fucking agreement, it was covered. We couldn't do shit about it. I lost a full drum set. Dude, my fucking guitarist lost a fucking like he was so proud of it. It was some fucking orange something cab. It was this fucking beautiful fucking guitar. He was so proud of it. And they fucking took it and sold it. And he was like, well, I'm going to take it to court. And they were like, okay.
Yeah, you signed a
Like,
contract.
when we talked to a lawyer, like, you can't do shit about this. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's awful.
There's got to be something you could do because they messed up.
There was literally nothing we could do. The best we could have hoped for is we could have gotten paid back for our storage fees, which would have meant nothing for the instruments that were lost.
No.
Yeah.
Like my kit was a Frankenstein. I couldn't even prove what it was fucking worth. But everybody else there, they lost some serious shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orange cab is over $1,000 right there.
Is that what it was? Just orange? Like all I remember is orange, and in my head, it's orange in my head, but I know it wasn't. It was actually black.
Yo, so is mine. I have a orange black cab too.
I'm saying it was string related, so I don't know shit. It doesn't mean anything. Like it meant nothing. I just know that he was like, this sounds great, and I was like, yeah, it does. Let's play.
Yeah, the cabinet itself is like $1,200.
No, that makes sense. And what was great though is they always took the guitar sound. The only person that actually lost the solid instrument itself was me. Everybody like their actual instruments, they got
They
to
take
keep
those
and that-
home, yeah.
which was fucking wonderful. But well, I say great, but they lost the full PA system. They lost all kinds.
Oh
of
my
shit.
God.
And it was all because the storage site next to us did not pay theirs, and they were like, "Oh, we fucked up."
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
you
would
did.
broke in there, stole that ass mattress and fucking couch and whatever was in that one.
That's the whole thing. Like, I actually asked them, like, at the time, I was like, well, can we go look at the site that you were supposed to sell? And they're like, we already sold it,
Oh shit.
which is
So you sold both.
You just
huh?
sold two. Is what you did.
He's like, you should offer us whatever's in this one.
They were very apologetic, but not helpful.
Yeah,
That
I get
sucks.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about your stuff.
We now live in a time, well, that's the one thing I will give to the internet. At this time point, we could have filmed them the moment that happened, and we'd have had people fucking setting up a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least there would have been that. So there is something to say for the internet age. Way to go, GoFundMe. I think that's what I'm saying.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
guys. Well, I think we can end it on that.
Oh, that's
I
guys.
had a blast, guys.
All right.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is always fun. It's always fun. It was really nice to meet you guys. They have told me so much about you guys, like legitimately, as far as just hanging out, talking, whatever. This was a good time.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
very-
Yeah, of course.
Did you watch the last episode that we did?
No, I went back and watched it after they fucking told me I needed to.
Dude, it just it started off good, and then the more we drank, the more it deteriorated. It was awesome.
That's actually what
It
happened.
was great.
This though, because the entire time, like every time I've done one of these, I have a bottle sitting next to me, and this is the only time I really drink anymore. So I drink as I speak to people, and it turns into me doing exactly what I'm doing now, which is just kind of mouth shitting at people.
It's like, Greg, come on, we need to release videos every night,
Dude,
every single night.
if we're all ever in the same place together for whatever reason, we got to hang out, dude.
Well, it's
Yeah.
If you guys make it down to Atlanta, I mean, there are still plenty of fucking venues left. I mean, it's not what it once was, but it still happens. There is still a scene. It's just wounded.
Well,
Yeah.
you're our Atlanta connection. Hook it up.
Hook it up. bro.
You know what? There's a guy I know that's still setting up shows all over the fucking place. I could actually talk to him, see if he can put you up somewhere.
Nice.
I mean, that is possible.
Yeah, November we're free all November, so
Yeah, you guys had, speaking of which, as long as we have you right before you go, one more time, your shows coming up are.
man, there's too many to name. We have one.
Friday at Pops.
We have one. We have one Friday. It's at Pops.
We got one or two every month, pretty much.
We have
Oh, I just got the list.
March 31st at Pops in Sauget, Illinois. We're April 15th, we're back at the Platypus in St. Louis, Missouri. April 22nd, we're at the Record Space, St. Louis, Missouri. May 19th, we're at Sticky's Cabana. That's in Columbia, Missouri. June 3rd, Diamond Music Hall in St. Peters, Missouri. August 5th, Sticky Cabanas in Columbia again. And then we're going back to Sticky's for a Halloween show in October. And that's what we
very
have.
good. Halloween show would be great.
Oh yeah. We played one time about 2 years ago. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that Crackbox one was a Halloween
Right.
show.
Oh yeah, I guess it kind of was.
Yeah, we were all dressed.
Yeah, we played. I guess we played too. I forgot I dressed up like a gay cop, so that was cool.
Reno
It
911.
was like Reno 911. It was awesome.
Oh, good. So what's
Yeah, it
what's
was.
his name? The dude from Reno 911.
Dangle was his name.
It was right. Okay, Lieutenant Dangle. That's right.
It was so fun, and it was a big. The costume was a big hit.
I'm sure it was. Was it? Random side note, by the way, that guy, fucking Thomas Lennon, has said on multiple occasions if he'd known that Reno 911 was going to go longer than one season, he would never have chosen those shorts.
Oh my God.
I felt freeing in those things. So
Oh, I'm sure he does too, except he's on national television. He does a little hop skip to the side in the wrong way. The next thing you know, you're looking at everything that ever created a kid.
All right, guys, it was a blast. It really
hell
was.
yeah, dude.
Thanks again for the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for getting, guys.
This was fun. It was very nice to meet everyone.
Yep.
Nice to meet you guys too. Stay in touch, guys.
Absolutely.